Hello everybody! Welcome back to B&B Spoilers channel. Today we will dive into the thrilling twists awaiting fans of The Bold and the Beautiful on Thursday, July 31st, 2025. As the sun rises over the glamorous world of Forrester Creations, tensions are simmering beneath the surface, ready to erupt in unexpected ways. Sheila Carter-Sharp, ever the sharp-eyed schemer with a history of unraveling secrets, finds herself growing increasingly wary of Lee Finnegan's evasive behavior. It's not just a passing doubt. Sheila's instincts, honed from years of deception and survival in the cutthroat underbelly of Los Angeles, are screaming that something is amiss. Picture this. Sheila, with her signature intensity, corners a young waitress who had been close to the late Luna Nozawa, attempting to offer a heartfelt farewell. But Lee, stepping in with her authoritative medical demeanor, briskly informs her that all services have been taken care of, echoing the exact words she used during the infamous fake death of her son, John Finnegan. This repetition isn't lost on Sheila, who has always thrived on piecing together puzzles others overlook. Adding to the intrigue, Sheila demands the location of Luna's burial site, only to be met with stony silence and vague deflections from Lee. In a newly imagined twist, Sheila recalls a fleeting glance she caught of Lee whispering urgently into her phone late at night, perhaps coordinating with hidden allies to maintain this facade. The more Sheila mulls over these inconsistencies, Lee's unusually composed grief, the lack of public morning announcements, and even subtle changes in Lee's daily routine like avoiding certain family gatherings, the stronger her conviction grows that Luna might not be gone for good. Could this be another elaborate ruse in the Finnegan family's playbook? Sheila's mind races with possibilities, from staged accidents to secret hideaways, fueling her determination to dig deeper and expose whatever truth Lee is guarding so fiercely. Meanwhile, the romantic entanglements in Italy continue to weave a tapestry of passion and conflict, with Brooke Logan at the center of an emotional whirlwind. Fresh off the high-stakes fashion show in the picturesque hills of Capri, where designs dazzled under the Mediterranean sun, Brooke and Ridge Forrester posed for the eager press, their smiles masking deeper turmoil. Brooke, ever the poised beauty with a heart full of history, indulged the photographers for a moment, flashing her iconic charm. But the facade cracked when a persistent reporter, microphone thrust forward like a weapon, probed about Ridge's past engagement to Taylor Hayes, dredging up old wounds that never fully healed. In that instant, Brooke's patience shattered. She excused herself abruptly, her heels clicking against the cobblestone paths as she sought solitude. Reg, sensing the storm brewing, chased after her with the urgency of a man fighting to hold on to his destiny. What followed was a raw, unfiltered confrontation. Brooke, her voice trembling with years of accumulated pain, confessed that the endless cycle of their on-again, off-again romance was eroding her spirit. She couldn't endure the emotional roller coaster any longer, the constant pull between hope and heartbreak. Inventing a fresh layer to this drama, imagine Brooke clutching a faded locket from their first Italian getaway, a symbol of happier times, as she pleads for finality. Ridge, however, refuses to release her, his grip on her arm a metaphor for their unbreakable bond, whispering promises of change amid the olive groves. Now, as the episode unfolds, Brooke drifts into a nostalgic reverie, her thoughts wandering through cherished memories tied to Italy's enchanting landscapes, sunsets they shared on private yachts, the whispered vows under starry skies, and even a secret vineyard picnic where they once dreamed of forever. These recollections, rich with sensory details like the scent of blooming jasmine and the taste of aged wine, only heighten her inner conflict, making her question if walking away is truly possible. Enter Nick Marone, the rugged seafarer with a knack for stirring up trouble, who impulsively hitches a ride to Capri in a bid to reconnect with Brooke amid her vulnerability. His arrival isn't subtle. Picture him stepping off a weathered boat, his salt-kissed hair tousled by the sea breeze, eyes fixed on finding the woman who once captured his heart. However, Eric Forrester, the patriarchal figure of the Forrester Empire, intercepts him with stern authority, declaring Nick persona non grata in this Italian paradise. Eric, drawing on his own experiences of family feuds and romantic rivalries, warns that Nick's presence will only complicate the already fragile dynamics. But Nick, true to his defiant nature forged from years at sea battling storms and adversaries, brushes off the rejection like ocean spray. He presses forward, his determination amplified by a newfound resolve, perhaps inspired by a recent personal epiphany during a solitary voyage, where he reflected on loss, loves, and second chances. This sets the stage for an explosive clash. Teasers hint at a heated confrontation between Nick and Ridge, escalating from verbal barbs to physical blows under the watchful eyes of the Italian villa. In an added inventive detail, the fight could spill onto a scenic balcony overlooking the azure waters, with punches thrown amid shattered vases of local flowers, symbolizing the fragility of their shared history with Brooke. Will this brawl force Ridge to defend his territory, or will Nick's persistence chip away at Brooke's resolve? Shifting back to the shadows of suspicion, Sheila's grief over Luna intertwines with Deacon Sharp's internal struggle, creating a poignant subplot of loyalty and loss. Deacon, the reformed bad boy now committed to his role as a supportive husband, stands by Sheila as she navigates her mourning, offering quiet comfort in their modest home filled with mementos of better days. Yet, it's no easy task for him. Luna's actions cast a long shadow. Remember, Luna was implicated in the shocking deaths of Tom Starr and Paul Hollister, two men Deacon considered close confidants, with his streetwise wisdom shared over countless diner shifts, and Hollis, a loyal friend through thick and thin. Deacon's heart aches not just for their loss but for the betrayal, viewing Luna through a lens of unforgiving judgment as a remorseless killer who shattered his world. In a creative expansion, envision Deacon grappling with vivid flashbacks, late-night conversations with Tom about life's regrets, or Hollis's infectious laughter during impromptu gatherings. These memories make it hard for him to fully empathize with Sheila's pain, leading to tense moments where he bites his tongue to avoid harsh words. Despite this, Deacon channels his inner strength, perhaps drawing from his own past redemptions, to be the rock Sheila needs, even as whispers of doubt about Luna's fate begin to circulate. On a brighter note, updates emerge regarding Liam Spencer's arduous road to recovery, injecting a thread of hope into the narrative. After the harrowing events that left him sidelined, Liam's progress becomes a focal point, with medical teams monitoring his every step. John Finnegan, leveraging his expertise as a dedicated doctor with a personal stake in the family's well-being, delves into the investigation surrounding the circumstances of Liam's condition. But complications arise from Grace Buckingham's involvement. Her well-intentioned but clumsy Arasaka's mishandling key evidence or overlooking subtle clues in medical reports have already muddied the waters. In an invented enhancement, Grace might have accidentally shared confidential details during a heated family discussion, alerting unintended ears and potentially compromising the probe. Fans are urged to stay tuned as Finn navigates these slip-ups, piecing together a puzzle that could reveal shocking truths about loyalty, betrayal, and hidden agendas within the Spencer clan. Next, we will uncover the shocking truth about Luna's fate on the Bold and the Beautiful. In a twist that has fans buzzing with excitement, the revelation hits hard. Luna Nozawa is very much alive, defying the grim fate everyone believed sealed her end. As the curtains closed on the July 29th episode, viewers caught a glimpse of Lee Finnegan's clandestine operation, where she's tucked away her comatose niece in a hidden sanctuary, far from prying eyes. This setup mirrors the dramatic playbook from John Finnegan's own demise, where illusions of death masked a desperate bid for survival. Luna's journey ahead stretches out like an endless highway fraught with medical hurdles and emotional reckonings. And Lee, ever the determined guardian, realizes she can't navigate this solo. Drawing from an inventive angle, imagine Lee converting a secluded wing of her home into a makeshift intensive care unit, complete with beeping monitors and stacks of confidential charts, all under the veil of night to avoid detection. Her days blur into nights as she administers treatments, drawing on her surgical expertise honed from years in high-stakes operating rooms. But the weight of secrecy begins to crack her resolve. This isn't just about saving a life. It's a profound act of mercy, as Lee grapples with the ghosts of family ties and the shadows of what could have been. Delving deeper into Lee's motivations, it's clear that sympathy has blossomed in unexpected ways for this once unyielding doctor. Despite Luna's descent into darkness marked by choices that painted her as a villain in the eyes of Monali sees beyond the surface, attributing much of her niece's turmoil to the chaotic upbringing under Poppy Nozawa's influence. Picture Poppy's nomadic lifestyle filled with fleeting romances and unstable homes, shaping Luna into a young woman desperate for stability yet trapped in a cycle of poor decisions. Lee, reflecting on her own stable roots in contrast, couldn't bear to watch Luna slip away in that sterile operating room, her vital signs flickering like a dying flame. Instead, she orchestrated a covert rescue, channeling resources from her medical network to procure life-sustaining equipment off the books. In a freshly imagined detail, Lee pores over old family photos late at night, Luna's childhood smiles reminding her of untapped potential buried under layers of pain and rebellion. This empathy drives Lee to step away from her demanding job at the hospital, trading scrubs for round-the-clock vigilance, all in pursuit of granting Luna a shot at redemption. It's a gamble that tests Lee's ethics, blurring the lines between healer and protector, as she whispers encouragements to the unconscious girl, hoping for a spark of recovery that could rewrite their fractured family narrative. Yet, the isolation of this endeavor proves overwhelming, pushing Lee toward an alliance that defies all logic, reaching out to her longtime foe, Sheila Carter Sharp. The seeds of this improbable partnership were sown during a surprisingly civil exchange at El Giardino, where barbs gave way to tentative understanding over plates of pasta and glasses of wine. Online communities, especially on Reddit, are ablaze with theories, speculating that this encounter was no coincidentally might have been testing the waters, assessing if Sheila's nursing background could be trusted in guarding explosive secrets. One fan insightfully noted how Lee's solo caregiving mirrors a ticking time bomb, and Sheila's skills as a seasoned nurse, with her history of patching up wounds in the shadows, make her the perfect reluctant accomplice. Another lighthearted post dubbed them the Nozawa Power Duo Plus the Eight-Toe Wonder, hinting at the chaotic energy their union could unleash, while a third proclaimed them united grandmothers in a nod to their shared stake in Luna's future. Inventing an extra layer and visionally slipping a cryptic note into Sheila's hand during a follow-up meeting, outlining the dire need for discreet medical aid, perhaps involving rare medications only someone with Sheila's resourceful underworld connections could obtain. This budding teamwork, born from necessity, could transform enemies into uneasy allies, blending Lee's precision with Sheila's unorthodox methods in a high-stakes bid to pull Luna back from the brink. Echoing the echoes of Finn's fabricated passing, it's only a matter of time before Sheila stumbles upon Lee's guarded truth, setting off a fireworks display of emotions. When the discovery unfolds perhaps through a suspicious trail of medical supplies or an overheard phone call, Sheila's initial reaction boils over into fury, her eyes flashing with betrayal at the elaborate deception that plunged everyone into needless grief. She confronts Lee in a tense standoff, voices echoing in the dim light of the hideaway, accusing her of playing God with lives and hearts. But beneath the anger simmers a profound gratitude. Sheila recognizes the lifeline Lee extended to Luna, preserving the granddaughter she fought so hard to guide. Recall how Sheila, with her own checkered past of redemption attempts, repeatedly reached out to Luna, offering tough love and pleas for a better path amid the girl's spiraling choices. Those efforts tragically backfired, culminating in devastating fallout that left scars on all involved. In a creative embellishment, Sheila might flash back to a poignant moment where she shared stories of her own youthful mistakes with Luna over a quiet tea, urging her to break free from destructive patterns, only to see it all unravel in tragedy. Now, with Luna granted this miraculous reprieve, the air crackles with possibility. Could this be the catalyst for true change? As the storyline builds toward its crescendo, the burning question looms: will Sheila and Lee succeed in steering Luna toward redemption, transforming her second chance into a beacon of hope? United in purpose, they might pool their strengths: Lee's clinical knowledge and Sheila's intuitive understanding of tormented souls to nurture not just Luna's physical healing, but her emotional rebirth. Imagine therapy sessions in the safe haven, where Luna, upon awakening, confronts her demons under their watchful eyes, perhaps even involving family counseling to mend broken bonds. The path won't be smooth, riddled with relapses and revelations, but it holds the promise of rewriting Luna's legacy from one of infamy to inspiration. Fans are left pondering the ripple effects, how this secret could reshape alliances in Los Angeles, drawing in other characters like Poppy or Finn, and whether Luna's revival sparks forgiveness or fresh conflicts. Wrapping up this electrifying update, The Bold and the Beautiful delivers yet another masterclass in suspense, blending hidden truths with unlikely partnerships that keep the drama alive. From Lee's heroic secrecy to the potential for Sheila's involvement, every element teases profound shifts in the characters' worlds. Stay glued to your screens as these developments unfold, promising more surprises in the episodes ahead.